All right. The fourth short video, still covering 5.5, because 5.5 is a summary of everything that we did with factoring. Um, uh, Fourth short video, we use this example with 12x squared, minus 23x, okay, plus 5, okay. So the first question you're gonna ask yourself is there GCF in this trinomial? Well, in this trinomial, you're gonna realize there's no GCF. Okay, there's no GCF. There's not a number we can divide all three terms by evenly. Okay, so there's no GCF. Can we group this? Obviously, no. It's a trinomial. Or can we just go into like factoring this as a trinomial where the coefficient of the first term or the squared term is 1? Well, the answer is no, because this is not 1, this is 12. So now we get to the point where we can choose to use either the trial and error, which I don't, normally like to use, but I showed you how to do that in our last video. We can use the AC method. I actually like the AC method, but a lot of students don't really like that method, but I like it. We can also use the change the grouping in the AC is the same thing. We could also use the square root method, which one of the students told me they like square root. I don't normally use it, but if you find it easy, definitely. Whatever method you find easy that you can actually factor this, please, by all means, use it. So we're going to use the Colombian method of slide and divide, again, because most of the students, like 90% of them, about 90 to 95% of them told me that they like this method better, it's easier. So we're going to go ahead and use it. So anyways, so the coefficient of the A term is 12, coefficient of the B term is negative 23, and C is equals to 5. So then we're gonna draw our parentheses. We're gonna split the square term, which will then be x and x. So we're trying to figure out what goes here. Well, to figure that out, I already had this working for you, because you have to multiply the coefficient of the first term by the third term, which is C, which is now it becomes 12 times 5. Well, 12 times 5, that's how we end up with the 60 here. And 60, when you break it down, we notice that if we divide by 1, it's still 60. Obviously, divide 60 by 2 is 30. Divide 60 by 3 is 20. If you divide 60 by 4, it's 15. But the two numbers that we can use to get a negative 23 in the middle term is 20 and 3. If we make both of them negative, we will get negative 23. And if we multiply both of them being, because basically negative 3 and negative 20, if we combine them, together, it becomes negative 23. And if we multiply them, negative 3 times negative 20, then that becomes a positive 60, which is what we have. So those are the numbers we're looking for. This is a 20, by the way. I'm sorry, 20. So these are the numbers that come here, negative 3 and negative 20, because of that reason. So with the AC method, we would have to rewrite things, but with this method, Colombian method, what we have to do once we find these numbers, then we have to divide each one by the coefficient of the A term, which is 12. So you use 12 a couple of different ways. You multiply it by 5 to get your number. You break it down, you find your two middle numbers. After you find your middle numbers, you place them here. Then you have to divide them by the coefficient of the A term, which is 12. So divide by 12, divide by 12. And then you come down with x minus, this can be simplified because you can divide 3 by 3, it's going to give you 1. You can also divide 12 by 3, and it's going to give you 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So what we're going to bring here is the 1, the answer. The answer to divide 3 by 3 is 1. And then divide 12 by 3 is 4, so we're going to bring 4 here. We're going to leave this the way it is for now, but we're not done with that yet. So we're going to come here and simplify here. X minus simplification of 20 over 12. They both can be divided by 4. So 20 divided by 4 would be 5. 12 divided by 4, that would be 3. So now this becomes it becomes x minus 1/4 and x minus 5 over 3. So when you finish simplifying, because sometimes you can't simplify and that's it, you would jump through the step that we're going into now. But because we could simplify, you want to simplify first, and after you finish simplifying, that's when you're going to take the slide step where you slide the denominator in front of the variable. Then this becomes 4x, because the 4 is going right here in front of x, so it becomes 4x minus 1. And for the other one, you slide the 3 in front of the variable, so this becomes 3x minus 5, and that would be your final answer. Okay? Thank you.